Hmm. One last look at this before it goes down the hatch. Mm-mm-mm. Hi, I'm Tony, and you're about to watch a video on cooking this seafood soup. It has a tomato base, but the tomato's not too overpowering. We use seafood. I use mixed seafood, and you could use any kind of fish or seafood you want, or if you want it just plain, you could have it without fish, but it's really good with. So it's a very strong flavor as far as like garlic and tomatoes, onions. It tastes really good, especially if you like some Italian flavors. It's not necessarily an Italian soup, but it does have a really nice flavor to it. The seafood's not too strong, so it's not like some seafood soups where it's just very overpowering. It doesn't overpower at all. Same with the tomato part of the soup. It's not overpowering at all, so I think you'll enjoy the soup. So continue watching this video, and you'll see how it's done. Hi, I'm Tony with Cook.com. That's with a Q. Today we'll be making a seafood soup, and it's going to taste good. Trust me. Let me show you the ingredient list here. I got some tilapia to throw in there, 2 bags of seafood, and mussels, and shrimp, and squid, chili powder, cumin, some yogurt to throw in, petite diced tomatoes, chicken broth, chopped green chilies, 2 bell peppers, onion, and garlic. Let's get down to business. Okay. So, first things first, I'm going to start with start cooking the seafood. The way I do it is I get some good old coconut oil and put a lot in. I just put a bunch in there. That's good. I'd say it's about maybe 3 or 4 tablespoons. Let me zoom in a little over here. So we throw in 3 or 4 tablespoons of coconut oil and heat that up. Let's see here. Just heat it up. Well, let's say about medium to high heat. Well, if you're specific, yeah, this is a non-stick pan, so we'll go a little lower. So yeah, non-stick pans, you don't want to go too high. My little wok here, pour it all in. Alright. I like to put a little liquid in there. I'm going to use almond milk. It's just a personal preference. I don't even know if it makes a difference, but it does make it more creamy, so we're just going to pour some of that in there. And I'm going to throw a lid on it. Okay, I don't know if I have the right fitting lid, but that's good enough. Next, we're going to open our chicken broth. Okay. Switch over here to the pan. It's my Can-O-Matic from the 50s or maybe 60s. Every kitchen should have one. Makes life a lot easier. I'm opening a lot of cans, so let's just do the chicken broth first. Throw another can in here. Let's be more careful this time. Okay. And our third can. Yeah, much better that time. I made a mess. Yeah, I'll deal with it later. Okay. Alright, we're going to pour the soup into our stainless steel pot here. Okay, let's get that going here. I'm just going to put it on low-medium heat. Alright, let's see how our seafood's doing. Let's stir it up a little. Why am I lost in this kitchen? Okay. Yeah. Does not look good. That's gonna taste really good. Keep that in there. Alright, time to chop some fish. Okay. There's our fish, our tilapia. I don't know if that's the best fit. You could use any fish you want. You could really use any seafood you want. The most important part is following the tips. The most important part is following the recipe guidelines. Probably not. I'll use a different knife when I cut the other stuff. This just was the first one handy to me. This is gonna be so good. I'm already feeling pretty hungry here. Okay, there's our fish. Just put it back on our plate here. And in the soup you go. Voila, it's in the soup. Okay, so I'm going to start cutting some other vegetables, get them prepared. So we're going to go to the onion next. Make my life easier. Okay, I better open the door because you know how onions are when you start cutting them. Okay, I'm gonna make this nice and easy. Cut down the middle. And let's see here. Cut right here. Cut right here. Alright. There you go. There we go. So we fry the onions. So we're just going to set them aside for now. Okay, let's put that aside, and next we'll do the garlic. Yeah, I cheated on the garlic. I got a pre-peeled garlic from the store. But oh so good. Okay. I just start chopping them. I'm not the fastest cutter here. Okay, and just chop them to pieces. They don't have to be small pieces. They can be any size you like. Okay. And we just keep cutting here. Just cut up the garlic really good. Garlic's so good for you and it tastes so good. I love garlic, but maybe that's because I'm Italian. You know, we have a natural affinity for garlic. Okay, just keep chopping up little pieces. And as soon as our seafood is ready, we'll start cooking this up here. Alright, that's done. Our next thing, our seafood still got a while, so we'll continue in a little while once we get the seafood done, and I'll show you what to do from there. For now, I'm just gonna open the cans. Let me wash my hands again. I'm doing 3 cans of tomatoes, because I like my tomatoes. I wish this thing was heavier. Maybe I'll add some suction cups to the feet so it stays in place. But I'd highly recommend getting one of these bad boys if you're going to do a lot of can opening. And our 2 cans of chilies. Alright, everything's open. Well, this is as good a time as any to add the tomatoes and the chilies to the pot here. So we're just going to add tomatoes and chilies. Alright. Yeah, so when I was growing up, my family had restaurants in Santa Barbara, the Chase Restaurant, Presto Pasta, Emilio's, and a number of other restaurants in downtown Santa Barbara. Chase is still there. It's a historic landmark. Presto Pasta is doing really good. I spent a lot of time cleaning dishes when I wasn't cooking, and my dad always put me in the dish room when he was mad at me, which was almost all the time. So I have a lot of experience with cleaning. And I have a lot of experience with cooking, so we'll just keep it going here. Let's stir this up. I'm going to increase the heat here. This is going to be good. How's our seafood doing? Our seafood's coming along. See those? Let me put you on the seafood here. Seafood is coming along, looking good. It's going to be a little longer. But what we do is we pour that whole mess into here. So far, to recap, we've put our broth in, we've put our tomatoes in, we've put our chilies in. We're gonna cook the garlic and the onions, and I still gotta chop up the bell peppers. I'm cooking the seafood. I've added the fish already. I'm going to add that fish and seafood into the pot. I'm going to raise this pot temperature to a higher temperature because it needs one. You know, I could cool once it's heated up all the way. I could turn it back down. We want everything to cook thoroughly, so trust me, this is going to be good. You're going to love this. So just keep following along. You know, I don't do anything like totally measured. I just like to throw it all in there. It comes out better that way, more original. I'm trying to, follow its basic guidelines. But if you like more fish, throw more fish in. If you like bell peppers, add more bell peppers, or garlic, add more. You take some out. You don't like something, take it out, no problem. So I'm going to do the bell peppers now while we wait. I'm going to wash the bell peppers, of course. Okay, let's just cut around the top here. And pull that out. Some people like the center. Just throw it out. Alright, let's do the second one here. Grandpa Tony would be proud. Yep, I'm Anthony the Third. Third in a long line of chefs and farmers from Italy. So let's just cut this down the middle. Sorry, should be one cut there. There we go. I like my stuff chunky. I think chunky is better than finely minced. Just cut down the middle. If you like your stuff chunky, just do this. If you like your stuff minced, you could also get a macerator and really make it fine. But chunky is so much better. I'm nervous about knives, so I don't cut it super fast like some of the people you've seen, I'm sure. Alright. Just waiting for that seafood to cook so we can throw these veggies in. I lost a man overboard. Alright. And for our last one here. There we have it. A bunch of veggies ready to go. Alright. Okay, so our seafood's looking good. It's almost done. Well, I'm just keep stirring it a little here. Man, that juice is looking good. It's looking really good and juicy. And oily too, because that's one of the best parts is having that oil from the the coconut oil, or you could use olive oil too. I like coconut oil. I hear it's more healthy. Who knows how true that is, but I'm assuming they're right. So let's pour the seafood into the soup. Actually, I'm going to stir the soup a little here. Seafood goes in. Hey, none of that. Oh no. Alright, the next step. I'm going to put some more coconut oil in. I like coconut oil a lot. I don't actually add any directly to the recipe. I'm going to use a new spoon. I don't add any directly to the recipe, but I do like to add it to what I'm cooking. So we get a nice, oil base in there, and that goes in the soup, which makes it so good. Trust me on this one. Once it's ready, okay. For that oil ready. Just letting that last bit melt. Alright, so let's go over here. Let's put this on the veggies. It's very simple. Yeah, I mean, obviously you guys know how to put veggies in a pot, but for fun, I am going to do this. Yep, load them all in there. And back on the stove. Trying to find a lid for this guy here. Here it is. Yeah. Now that one's too big. Probably work on that, but it's good enough for now. It'll do its job. So we're just going to stir this up here. I let this cook for a while. And once I let it cook, I'll be throwing in the spices. Alright, I'm going to take a quick breather here and let you know how that goes. Sure smells good. It's always good to stir everything. Well, this is about a good enough time to add the cumin. You add a teaspoon, or maybe a little bit more than a teaspoon on this one. I'd probably do a little bit more. Maybe a heaping teaspoon, something like that. That'll really bring out some flavors. Make sure you stir that in really good. This is looking so good. Alright, that should be a good enough stirring for now. And let's get back to our veggies here and stir those bad boys. We want the onions to look a nice golden brown and everything in there, so just let that cook for a while. Let's throw this trash out before it catches on fire. Starting to smell really good in here. Just stir these up. Keep them stirring. They're starting to get some good coloration. Let me tell you, I didn't spend too much time in the kitchen since after I moved out of the house when I was 18 and joined the Army, became a paratrooper, saw the world. But you know, I spent time cleaning lots of pots and pans when I was in the Army, and after I got out of the military, I did some time in the dishwasher, as a dishwasher in a buffet restaurant. So that was interesting times, but I mean, this is going to be really good. Tell you what, we're almost there. I mean, yeah, I want some more coloration on this before we're good, though. And then once it has coloration, we add the chili powder, and I'm going to add a good amount.
Something smells good.
Oh yeah, it's really good. Could you smell that?
Yeah.
Smells really good. Just cooking up the bell peppers, onions, and garlic right now.
That is bomb.
Here we go. Turn that down.
Yeah, this is making me hungry.
Making you hungry?
Making me hungry. I'm gonna eat my pizza.
Hope there's gonna be plenty for all. Yeah. You know, cooking this is about cooking the onions and all this. You're a good 5 to 10 minutes, maybe 7 minutes to get through the whole cooking. 10 minutes, somewhere around there. I see some coloration on the onion, so we're almost there. And by the way, this is a great recipe for diabetics. That's why I started this, due to my problems with, I drank way too much soda pop, so I've cut it all out now, but fortunately my blood sugars are high, so now I'm eating healthier choices and eating nice cooked meals like this. Oh, it's smelling so good. Let it go for about maybe 2 or 3 more minutes. That's looking good. I think we're about there. So what we do now, let's make sure you can see them. Okay. This is about, I'd say about maybe 2 teaspoons of chili powder. A little more. Yeah, not that much. There you go. Stir that in good. I like to meld into my veggies. So let that cook for, I don't know, about a minute. And we'll get moving on here. Oh, by the way, I lowered the soup once it heated up. Now I got it on medium heat, and I'm probably going to reduce it a little more than that once I add all this stuff. It's important to have a good temperature when we're mixing in the yogurt. The yogurt just gives it more thickness. Yogurt kind of has some carbs, but it's not too bad, so not enough to hurt us. So I'm going to start stirring the yogurt up, make sure it's all nice and yogurty. Alright, that should be a good amount of time for the veggies. Now we're going to dump them all into our soup here. I think we're done with that. Alright, so let's mix them in. And here comes the interesting part. The yogurt. So we're going to add yogurt by the spoonful. The recipe calls, I think it's for, I think it's, 1 cup. So I don't use measuring too much unless it's like a really specific recipe. So let's put a couple spoons in there. Mix it all up. Yes, it's going to be good. 1 cup. This, since I made a little bit more than the recipe calls for, I'm going to probably do maybe a cup and a half in here. Stir that really good. You might have yogurt chunks, but just stir it really good. A nice coloration on that soup. Perfect. That looks about right there. That coloration is what we're going for. Make sure you get a nice close-up look at our soup. That's the coloration we want right there. And I'll just keep stirring it for a little while. Then I'm going to set it on, like low, not super low, but lower. Like 2 or 3 on mine, so low heat. And then we just cover it. The best part's about to come. Wait about, I don't know, 15-20 minutes. It's probably fine now, but let it wait 15-20 minutes on low and let it simmer for a while, and it's going to be awesome. Trust me on this. I'll be back in about 20 minutes, but in your time will be instantaneous. Well, that's about long enough. Look at all that juicy, yummy. See, now you should have this slight layer of oil on top, because that's makes it really tasty. Let me grab a bowl. Yum. There we go. There's the bowl. And the lid. Middle. Get a nice yum. Alright, it's hot. I'm gonna try to eat some. Okay. So this is the best part. Get a little bite, get some seafood on there. Oh, that's refreshing. That is good. So now you at home, make this recipe too, and you're going to love it. It is good. Very good. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe. I'd appreciate it, and I'll make more videos. And once again, I'm Tony with cooked.com. That's cooked with a Q instead of a D. And keep an eye out for more videos, and thanks for watching. One last look at this before it goes down the hatch.